Hey everyone, have a look at this. Isn't this amazing? So I reckon someone's watching the videos. Look, no clips. I love it. Beautiful. And for the people that thought it's going to rub there, no, like we've said, that rubber seal presses against there when the bonnet's shut like that, right? Obviously you need to put it in place. I've just chucked it back, right? You got to put it back in the right spot, get it locked in, and that is pushing there, and that's going to hold it a lot better than any clips. Clips are just, look, you know, to some people that might look untidy, but imagine they never put the clips in. You wouldn't even see that mark there. Anyway, no clips needed. Happy days. Okay, this one lasted the best. 2015 150 Prado. Bloody awesome. Gotta love it. I just want to be clear here. I never said to anybody to go and buy a 1GD-ftv. From 2015, from before then when they came out, I said, look, new engine, smaller engine, DPFs, timing chains, hydraulic lifters. This engine's more complex and it could have a few more problems. Just sit tight, wait and see. And hey, look what's happened, right? DPF problems like every other brand did. I haven't got a crystal ball. I just look at what happened with every other make and model that had DPFs before Toyota waited till the last minute and put them in, right? So DPF problems. Oh, but you got a 10-year guarantee now. See how that works out for you when you're in the middle of the Simpson Desert or somewhere else in the outback and they're booked out for 4 weeks. We can't look at it. Anyway, timing chain problems, and it's still continuing. You know, suppose it was fixed by 2018, but then why is there people with 2022 Prados having problems? Why have I got people text me as recent as yesterday with all these weird rattles coming from 2.8, 2755cc little undersized four-cylinder engine for a big Land Cruiser? It even says Land Cruiser on the side of the headlights on those cars. Like, it's a Land Cruiser. It's a big four-wheel drive. Anyway, 1KD's last of the best. I've currently been driving our 1GD, and although it's got good tuning for the torque on the highway, it does hold speed really well, and the transmission software is absolutely awesome. Currently driving a 2013 1KD as well, GX, very similar setup, no bull bar, same tyres, all that sort of thing, and it is so much more responsive. Yes, one of these engines, right? And that's why these are last of the best. That's why we talk about that. So I did not say go and buy a 1GD. I did not say message me about it and tell me about your problems. I haven't got time for it, to be quite honest. I have picked the best, most reliable engines and vehicles to own, to travel outback Australia and the tracks. And therefore, I know a lot about them, and I've chosen to help people that have got those vehicles, those engines. We can help out with a few others, but just understand there's only one of me, so I'm not going into 1GDs in detail. We don't even really service them or want to service them. We don't really want to get involved with, you know, we serviced it 5 times and then you've got DPF problems and and who serviced it? And but your 10-year warranty and can you prove this? Just don't want to get involved in it. You've got a 10-year warranty. Unfortunately, you're going to have to risk it and do it yourself. Take it to someone else or go to the dealer. If you want to pay exorbitant prices for the kids to work on the car and work on your DPF and pull things on and off and all that, and your timing chain and all this stuff at the front, not to mention the photos of the camshafts in the 1GD we've seen that have lost their hardening. If you trust the kids working on it at exorbitant prices or big long warranties, then you're just going to need to go there and get them to do it, to be quite honest. Most people are going to be lucky. They're still the best vehicles, okay? So yeah, I overdid it a little bit. They're still the best vehicles, but they have got some problems. A lot of people have problems. There's a few different things. People are asking about injectors. Look, you know, they're going to last beyond 200,000 Ks. They don't have the problem of the seats leaking. They can leak eventually. They're upgraded. They're thicker. They're locked to 200 series. They're probably the same part number. And they're not going to leak until later. And when they do, there's not oil there, that sort of thing. Anyway, this thing's beautiful. He's just put a new battery in. He's going to do a lot of the maintenance himself. He listens, he watches videos. Why do I say that? Well, you can see the clips are not there, right? It needs an E-jar clean. It probably needs a map filter. Look, it's a 2015. It's now 2000. It's 8 years old. So we're not going to push to get the injectors done. I'm going to have a look and see if we reckon it's been worked on. They might have been off once. We're going to have a look around, see if we can see the marks on the pipes and stuff like that. Try and get a couple more years out of the injectors, a few more Ks. It's on 130. Did I say? So the last service, in case you see anything, that the last service was done by a Toyota dealer at 126 something thousand Ks. It's now done about 135. So we're going to do the 130 and hopefully get it back on schedule. I thought I was going to do the 140, but when I saw the 120 had been done late at 126, I thought we'll just do the 130, keep it a little bit more minor. He's supplied most of his parts. He's got oil filters. We won't need the rear fuel filter now. He's got the stuff in the back, so he's listening, he's watching the videos, and that's awesome. They're the people that we can help, the people that listen, that help themselves as much as they can. If you're helping yourself, you're looking after the vehicle, you've got the right vehicle, then we can help you with that. Okay, because obviously it creates less work for us. It's just opposite to any other business model, isn't it? Trying to get rid of work, trying to train everybody, no secrets, trying to help everybody learn everything about their vehicles so they can do it, because we can't do thousands and tens of thousands of Prados and Hiluxes and all the work that with 400,000, 500, 600,000, there's just so much work. You know, you need hundreds of people to be able to do that. So, and unfortunately, you just can't get the right people to do it, can you? Anyway, under here, I'm just having a look around. I haven't looked under here before. This looks awesome. I've talked for 5 minutes. Good setup. It's got the current compressor bracket in there. Nice. And let's have a look under the vehicle, see if there's anything to see at 135,000 Ks, but I don't think there's going to be anything to see. I'm still looking around up here. If I see anything, I'll let you know. All right, let's spend a few minutes underneath the car and see what we can find under here. It's got heaps of brakes left, heaps of brake pads, and a bit of brake pulsation. Look, I believe, so what was it? It was it Ballarat Toyota did this service last year? Yeah, 120k service, so a major service at 126 something kilometres, and it's 135. So we should see evidence of the things that needed to have been done then, like the diff. It's got a new washer, so maybe they did the diff oil, so that looks good. It's got some Repco brakes in the owner's seen. Brakes are pulsating, so he's got the LSI rotors there. Pulled the pads out, found backing plates and everything missing, so he's got to go and repurchase those. Had all the services done at Toyota dealers, so, you know, you're not blaming anyone. It's just the facts of what it is. All the services were done at Toyota dealers. It's had the brakes replaced with Repco, and there's backing plates missing. Just the facts at hand. That fuel filter, I would say it's a bit dirty and dusty, but I'm going to say, okay, that was probably replaced at 120, probably. We've lubed the driveline already, yeah? So that's our grease, so we can't really argue about that one. Well, it's not our grease. What pushed out someone else's grease, but our grease pushed it out a bit. So nice and clean under here. Bone dry. We're going to give this one a really good look over in our own time, because it's the first time it's been here to us. So that's what we do. It's how we roll till we get to know the vehicle, if you know what I mean. So once again, plenty of brakes at the front. Drive shaft's good. Everything's good. It's just a Toyota 1GD-ftv. It's going to be bloody awesome, right? Oh, another set of these tyres. What are these? Maxxis. Okay, there you go. It'll be interesting to see how they go. It's got the original suspension, so not urgent, but I'd be thinking suspension upgrade sooner or later. Depends if you're going off-road, maybe a bash plates upgrade sooner or later. We're around to the front now, so where we normally start, I started at the back, something different, right? So there's the tyres, right? Some Maxxis. They look like they might be a little bit noisy, but they look like they'd be okay off-road, eh? A little bit more durable than normal road tyres, so a bit lower puncture risk, I suppose. This big plastic flap that's meant to be up there, obviously fallen away and it's cracked. So to be quite honest, I'd just remove that, get it out of the way. My car hasn't got that one there. I think they're gone. As they fall apart, get 2008. All this is from the old battery. It's been replaced, a bit of battery acid around, so definitely more washing and more water around this area. So we'll try and remember to do that ourselves when we give the engine bay a bit of a wash down after the service. Plenty of water in here. If you've ever got a battery leaking acid, make sure you just run heaps of water over it, because it's nasty stuff. You want to get rid of it. Look, it's even bringing, see there's rust on that bolt. That'd be to do with that. Maybe not, because it's on this one as well. All right, well, I had a go. I tried, right? 135k. What else do they do? Front diff oil. Are we even going to be able to see any evidence of that? Have they rounded the plug maybe? Looks like a tool's been in there recently, so I'm going to roll with, I believe they did that. The bottom one. Can I even see the bottom one? Not with the camera in the way. Yeah, they've over-tightened the hell out of that one, I can tell. So order from kaon.com.au, get that diff replacement plug. What else were they done? Bleed the brake fluid. Hard to tell, really. There's a bit of mud over it. It's been used since, so you wouldn't... It's 10,000 Ks ago, right? So it's too late to tell that sort of thing now. But look, it's a good car. What would I do? Okay, well, the injectors have been out at least once, okay? So they have been out at least once. We've confirmed that by having a look at, you know, some marks and where positioning of things and whatever's not really OE. So, you know, they're 8 years old. The concern is they've been out. If they hadn't been out, I'd leave them till 200,000 Ks. But I'm not too concerned if it's not noisy, but I've got to drive it yet. I haven't driven this one yet. After the service, take it for a drive and confirm. But look, I'd like to get a couple more years out of the injectors, but I highly recommend the e-jar clean and, you know, stuff like that. Related works. Get it running in peak condition without that possible blockage. He's got the K-on shock guards. I would have got the Dobinsons before I worried about that, but fair enough, that's all right. Because these have actually got a little bit of extra steel there. And they're not monotube, they're twin tubes. So you don't actually need these. So be clear, suspension playlist, you don't need K-on shock guards till you've got monotubes. In my opinion, you can have them though, but they're twin tube already, do you know what I mean? Check out our suspension playlist. There's a short video in there when I was at Rockhampton, was that last year? Whenever it was anyway, this year, last year? I don't even know, it might have been this year. Was that this year? It was this year, wasn't it? Yeah, this year I was there, middle of the year. Anyway, showing a few things and showing the twin tube design, so where you can see it gets the protection. So it gets hit on the outside, it might get dented, but the inside layer is not affected. It's the monotubes, mono, single, one word. It gets dented on the outside, it's dented on the, you know, the working parts, if you know where the piston's going to move up and down. Anyway, pretty boring inspection. Awesome, last of the best, 2015, 1KD-ftv with only 135k. I'll keep looking around this thing, but I don't see any issues to worry about at the moment. And bada bing, bada boom, we'll catch you on the next video. See ya. Oh, and this is why you wait till the end of the video. So on this one, we are doing an EGR clean and we've found a problem. So let's have a look. So remember, previous in the video, we said we believe the injectors are probably, the pipes have been off once, whatever, you know, risk of contamination. And tell me what's missing. Who knows these cars, who watches these videos? Can anyone see a problem there? I'll turn the light on, make it easier. Make it easier to see. Looks like a gap. Does that look right to you? Right, looks like a gap down there, doesn't it? See this flat plate here on the outside of the pipes? There's meant to be another one on the inside. It's probably down here somewhere in the bash plate or on the engine. Could be gone, who knows? Who knows what they did right? So this is what I'm talking about. Anyway, there you go. That's why you wait till the end. Subscribe, put the bell on, whatever you want to do so you don't miss the important info. Bloody unbelievable. We'll fix it up. That's better. That's what it's meant to look like.